Hey, what's up fitness fam, and welcome back to my channel. So if you guys know a thing or two about me, you guys would know that my favorite, all-time favorite exercise for my glutes is hip thrust. Not only I believe it's like literally the best exercise that you can do to grow bigger and stronger glutes, but it's also just my favorite movement to do just in general. So if hip thrust is also one of your favorite movements, you're in for a treat. In this video, I'm going to show you guys my top 10 hip thrust variation movements. But before we get into that, I do want to make a disclaimer. I am using one other equipment that is not usually in the gym, or at least available in the gym, and also want to give you guys my recommendation. So obviously you can use any type of booty bands that you want to. In the gym you might already have some at home, or you're looking to get a band yourself but don't really know which one you should really get. So I want to give my best recommendation, which is this booty band from MYPROTEIN. This is a very strong band, and as you guys can see, it is made out of fabric. This is not a rubber resistant band, because as you guys know, some of these rubber resistant bands are really easy to break. That's why I really like these fabric bands, and it also comes with like the non-slip resistance in here, so they won't be crawling up your legs. Anyways, these are really strong, so they are best for movements like hip thrust. Obviously you don't have to get these are just my recommendation, and right now you can get your own by clicking the first link down in the description. Also, don't forget to use my discount code, just because it helps you guys save money as well. Anyways, I'm really excited to show this handful of hip thrust movements that I chose, that I also like the most. I do believe there is more out there, but these are just some of the best ones for both at home or in the gym. But honestly, I recommend going to the gym. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into these movements. What is up everybody, and welcome to this video's voiceover. Okay, so the first hip thrust movement I'm doing is frog thrust. So you basically put your heels together or feet together, and you spread your knees a little bit apart, and then you thrust with a more open hips kind of movement. And I usually do this as an activation exercise before my actual workout. And you can also do these, which is very difficult if you combine them with other exercises as well. I use the band. I didn't get my MYPROTEIN band in time, so I'm using this rubber resistant band that kept climbing up my legs. Okay, however, these are regular hip thrust with abduction movement, and because of the resistance of the booty band, you really get to feel it in your side glutes, aka your hip flexors. The following exercise is single leg hip thrust. Again, this is the type of movement I would usually do as a glute activation exercise before my actual workout in bigger movements such as squats and whatnot, like other compound movements. Moving on to my favorite hip thrust movement, which is just a standard hip thrust movement with the barbell. These are my all-time favorite because I think these are the most effective when it comes to building your glutes bigger, because you can add so much more volume and resistance to them. And then these are actually my favorite type of superset if you do the single leg hip thrust right after, like immediately after the hip thrust with the barbell on the bench, not on the floor. These two as a combination is like the best type of superset you can ever do for your glutes. Okay, so the following exercise is actually hip thrust with the band, and I'm not doing any abduction yet, just simply having the rubber resistant band around your legs. Or a workout in itself, you're actually forcing your legs to stay open and really working your hip flexors by just holding your legs in the right position. Okay, so following, as you can see now, I am actually doing abductions, and obviously these are for the side glutes, aka your hip flexors. So I feel like this is one of the best movements you can do for all around glutes if you want the best results in a short amount of time. Okay, so following, again, here we are doing the single leg hip thrust but with the band, and most would probably think, what does that do for you? But again, here, just by you keeping your legs separate because of the resistance of the band, really works your side glutes as well, and really give you those beautiful hips that you really want.
Okay, so following, I'm trying to keep up with this voiceover. Following is elevated hip thrust with a kettlebell. And actually now when I think about it, I wouldn't recommend using a kettlebell, but hey, I just chose that instead of a dumbbell. But next time if you want to do this weighted, choose a dumbbell instead. And then I went immediately into the elevated single leg hip thrust, and again these two goes as a pair. These are really good to do right after each other. First you do the regular elevated hip thrust and then you move on to the single legs, and these you can do after your regular hip thrust. I'm clearly dying, or you can use these as a activation glute exercise.
That is it, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and you guys found this helpful. I know this wasn't my usual workout type of video, but me personally, I love doing hip thrusts, but sometimes doing the same kind of movement over and over again can get a little boring. So this is just a way for you to like kind of switch it up, but still doing the same type of exercise that is so good for your booty. Anyways, if you made it this far, don't forget to comment, hip thrust all day, every day, just to shout yourself out that you're trying to build those glutes bigger and you are on a journey just like I am and have been for years. I will make sure to heart every single comment that I see saying this exact thing. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you want to watch more videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!